Hello, my students in grade 8. This is a new mathematics lecture, and the title of our lecture is Inequations or Inequalities. Objectives: identify an inequation, specify the inequality symbols, check whether a given value is a solution of an inequation, solve a first-degree inequation in one variable, represent a solution of an inequality graphically. Identify an inequation. What's an inequation in math? We have studied before equations. As you still remember, when I talk about an equation, I'm talking about a statement in math. It's a mathematical statement with two sides and an equal in between. While an inequation or inequality, it's also a mathematical statement formed of an expression using one of the symbols less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. So when we talk about inequalities, also we are talking about two sides, but in between these two sides we have this symbol, we call it less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. For example, 2x less than 5. This is an inequality. On the first side, we have 2x. On the second side, we have 5. We have less than in between. X squared minus 4 greater than 0. Also, this is an inequality. Half x plus 2 greater than or equal minus x. Inequality symbols. When I say in the first case, A less than B, so I read it, A is less than B. For example, A less than 4. What does this mean? What will be the values of A? A can be any value less than 4, but it cannot be 4. So 4 is not included between the values. The values might be 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, etc. until the end of the negative numbers. Case number 2, A less than or equal B. So we read it, A is less than or equal to B. For example, A less than or equal 4. The values of A might be all the values less than 4, but since we have or equal, so 4 is included between the values. So my values or my solutions of A start from 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, etc. till the end of negative numbers. Case number 3, A greater than B. For example, A greater than 4. So A can be any value greater than 4, but 4 is not included. 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. Number 3, A greater than or equal B. So A can be any value greater than 4 and 4 is included. So my values start from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. Now, how can we check if a given solution or if a given value is a solution of an inequality? So check whether a given value of the variable is a solution of the inequality. As we did in equations, we replaced the given value of the variable in the inequality. The given value of the variable is a solution if the inequality is true. What do we mean by this? Check if minus 1 is a solution of this inequality. So I replace x equal minus 1 in the inequality. After replacing, I get 2. Instead of x, I write minus 1. Minus 1, is it less than or equal minus into minus 1 plus 4? So I'm checking. Now I calculate. What's minus 1 minus 1? It's minus 2. So 2 into minus 2, less than or equal. Negative times negative is positive, 1 plus 4. Are these two sides equal? Let's calculate the first side. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. and 1 plus 4 is 5. Is minus 4 less than or equal 5? Of course, this is true. So we say x equal minus 1 is a solution. Let us solve another example. Check if 3 is a solution of this inequality. Also, we replace a 3 in every x. So after replacing, I ask, is these two sides equal? We calculate and we get 4. Is it less than or equal 1? Of course, this is false. So x equal 3 is not a solution of the inequality. Now, how we solve a first degree inequality in one variable? To solve a first degree inequality in one unknown is to determine all the solutions of this inequation. How do we solve? As we did in first degree equation, all variables to side 1, all numbers to side 2. For example, 2x plus 4 less than minus x plus 1. I keep 2x on side 1. I take minus x to side 1. It becomes plus x. Less than, I keep 1 on side 2. I get 4. It becomes minus 4. Now I calculate. 2x plus x is a 3x. Less than 1 minus 4 is minus 3. When the inequation is simple in the simple form, now I look at the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is the number before x. 3 is positive or negative? It is positive. So I divide all the inequality by 3. 3x divided by 3, it gives me x. Less than. Minus 3 divided by 3 is minus 1. So x less than minus 1 is the solution of this inequality. What are the values of x less than minus 1? Is minus 1 included? Of course, no. So I have 0. Less than minus 1. So I have minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 until the end of all negative numbers. Another example, 5 minus 3x greater than or equal minus 5x plus 11. I keep minus 3x and I get minus 5x. It becomes 5x. Greater than or equal 11. I get 5. It becomes minus 5. Let's calculate side 1. Minus 3x plus 5x is 2x. Greater than or equal 11 minus 5 is 6. Also, I look at the coefficient of x. Since it's positive, I divide all the inequality by 2. 2x by 2 is x greater than or equal 6 by 2 is 3. X greater than or equal 3. So what are the solutions of this inequality? 3 is included because we have or equal 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. until the end of all positive numbers. Now here, 5x minus 4 greater than 8x plus 5. I get 8x to side 1, 5x minus 8x greater than 5 plus 4. Now, if I calculate side 1, I get minus 3x greater than 5 plus 4 is 9. Now, if I look at the coefficient of x, it's minus 3. I cannot divide the inequality by a negative coefficient. So I should change the negative coefficient into a positive coefficient. What can I do? I multiply all the inequality by negative. So minus 3x times minus is 3x. When I multiply by negative, I switch the sign in between. If it is less than, it becomes greater than. If it is now greater than, it becomes less than. I continue. Minus times 9 is minus 9. Now my coefficient is positive, so I can divide all the inequality by 3. 3x by 3 is x, minus 9 by 3 less than minus 3. Now, as you can see in this inequality, I have one of the coefficients of x is a fraction. So all side 1 should be written on the same fraction, and all side 2 should also be written as a fraction. But on side 2, I should have a fraction of denominator similar to the denominator in side 1. So I have minus half x plus 3. So I change 3 into a fraction of denominator 2. I make these two like fractions, so it becomes 6 over 2 greater than or equal. This is x, so it becomes 2x over 2. Now, minus x plus 6 over 2 greater than or equal to x over 2. Why did I do this step? Now I can say the over 2 here cancels the over 2 as if I am multiplying all the inequality by 2. So I get minus x plus 6 greater than or equal to x. Also now I continue all x to side 1, all numbers to side 2. After I get minus 3x greater than or equal minus 6. My coefficient is negative, so I change it into positive. It becomes a 3x less than or equal 6. Now I divide all the inequality by 3. I get x less than or equal 2. Now, how can we, after solving the inequality, represent our solution on a number line? This is representing graphically. For example, 4x plus 5 less than 2 into x plus 1 minus 1. As you can see in this inequality, I have parentheses. Whenever you have parentheses, we should get rid of parentheses. This is on the rule 1 for all. So 4x plus 5 less than 2 times x is 2x, 2 times the plus 1 is plus 2, and I get minus 1 down. Now all x to side 1, all numbers to side 2, 2x less than minus 4. The coefficient of x is positive, so I divide all the inequality by 2. 2x by 2 is x less than minus 4 over 2. What's minus 4 over 2? It's minus 2. Now I get x less than minus 2. Is minus 2 included? No. So I draw a number line. Always on the number line, to the left, I write minus infinity. To the right, I write plus infinity. So this is minus infinity plus infinity. What does this mean? Minus infinity means the negative number never ends, and the positive numbers never end. Now I put my solution in between the negative infinity and the positive infinity. My solution is minus 2. Since here I do not have or equal, so I make this dotted, not closed. I make dots. Now my solution goes towards the negative infinity since this is the less than. Always the less than goes towards the negative infinity. The greater than goes towards the positive infinity. 3x minus 10 less than or equal 6x minus 1. Also here, I get all x to side 1, all numbers to side 2. After calculation, minus 3x less than or equal 9. I should multiply all the inequality by minus. So I switch the sign in between. 3x greater than or equal minus 9, then x is less than or equal minus no, greater than. This should be greater than. So let me correct it. Okay, let's take a pen. So here I should have here greater than or equal minus 9 over 3. So x is greater than or equal minus 3. Now, if I wanted to make my solution on the number line, I write negative infinity, positive infinity. My solution is negative 3. Why did I make it a closed line here on the negative 3? Since I have or equal, so it should be a closed line. Here we didn't have or equal, it is dotted. Now, my solution is, of course, this is wrong. Greater than goes towards the positive infinity to this side. So this was our lecture for this week, and this is the last lecture we see in grade 8. Please watch the video well, and if you have any question, please just contact me to answer all your